So I followed this man down that hallway. And we walked, it felt like, again, for several minutes because this hallway was so long. And finally, we ended up in front of this room, 5 to 6 feet in front of an open doorway. And I look inside, and there she is, Jennifer. And she's surrounded at this point by all of her family, mostly the women, all on their knees at her bedside, sobbing. Every single one of them reaching out to her, rubbing her feet, her toes, her hands, most of them taking the backs of their hands, rubbing against her cheek, some of them taking their hands and rubbing it through her hair, combing her hair for her one last time. All of them wanted to be there with Jennifer. And I watched them for several minutes when suddenly all of these cousins and aunts and uncles and all of these people who had been spending all of this time in that hospital, in the waiting room and cafeteria, seemingly came from every corner and surrounded me. All of them pulling out their cell phones, pulling out their iPads, pulling out old digital cameras, showing me pictures of Jennifer, showing me photos of her on her wedding day, showing me every single thing they could possibly do. Each one of them, like my family, talking over one another, louder and louder and louder. Each one of them trying to get their point across. Every single one of them telling me about that time they did something when they were 5 years old, that time they did something when they were 12, that time they went to Disneyland together. Every single chance they had to talk to me about their relationship. And just as it got louder and louder and louder and harder to understand every single one of them, suddenly all of these Italian people, all these people who were surrounding me, just suddenly went silent. And it got incredibly quiet. And the crowd parted right down the middle. And there was a perfect hall heading right into the bedroom, right into the room where Jennifer lied. And there was this one final woman, really short. And she rose from her knees, and I could instantly tell this was the mother of Jennifer. And she looked at me and walked towards me very slowly, her entire body trembling. She walked to me as though she was exiting a crypt. And she approached me, and she outstretched her hand, and it was shaking. And she grabbed my hand, and she held it, and she stared at my hand, and my hand shook with hers. And she studied it for several minutes, studied every pore on my finger, studied the cuticles, studied the nail beds of my hand. It was as though she didn't believe I existed. It was as though she thought I was this mythological creature who had just risen from the sea. And then she just lunged forward, and she held me. She hugged me, and I hugged her back. And we just sat there for a couple minutes, just silently hugging each other, surrounded by all of her family. Until she pulled her face back, and my stomach was sopping wet. Her tears were covering my shirt. Her mascara had stained the shirt that I was wearing. And she pulled back and looked up at me, and she said, "We heard about you and your story, and because of you, I want you to know we just decided to donate Jennifer's organs."